Hello, my name is Romolo Tschantret, and I call myself a professor. I'm a self-appointed professor. I am not a professor from any college or institution. I just want to make sure that I make that clear in the beginning. I will explain why I am not a professor from any institution or college, as I discuss many issues to show you how they perceive things and how I perceive things, and how I have not been choreographed to their beliefs. I do not follow their dialogues. I do not follow their understanding, and that's where I think there's a problem with the school system today, as being forced to follow a professor's ideas or circumstances, where they get lost in all the terminology and all the rigorous of adapting another person's belief. They forget what they actually believe themselves, and so they can't really figure out, after 4 or 5 years of following somebody else, what they originally even joined themselves for being a professor. So that's one of the reasons, as I said, you will see in my dialogue why I explain that, and why I am not a professor from any organization. Again, I am a self-appointed professor. I've done years of research myself. I have my own ideas, my own concepts, and I do not follow anyone else's, although I do agree with some other professors' points of view, and I'm not saying that everything that they have said is wrong. Of course, nobody's wrong all the time. And so I'm not saying that a lot of their things are correct or incorrect. It's just that when I say something, I feel it has to be from me, not from any other dialogue. I'm not programmed by another professor. Like I've mentioned, that I do my own research, my own self. That's why I am my own self-appointed professor. And when you see my research, you will see why, and you will totally agree on my research that I did not get this information from anyone else, which will make it enjoyable and exciting to learn. I will make mistakes when I speak, because I'm not an actor, and this is not a pre-programmed information. I'm not going over it and over it, and I'm not going over written dialogues or anything. So I will make mistakes. I will not mention people's names to certain things, because if I'm not positive that they made the statement, then I don't want to be sued by saying a person's name and then it not being that person. But I will mention some of the things that they have said or I have heard, and then explain what it means to me, and that way you could see the difference between what I have learned and what they have bring to forth as their information. I'm going to talk about a lot of the information is going to be on time and space. So I think it's going to be an enjoyable subject, both of them, and you're going to see the way that I perceive it and the way that ancient technology has perceived it. And that's where I'm getting my information from. Something that has been proven, and you will see that later on in my dialogue. I know many people today are probably thinking, why am I not inventing this myself or doing this on my own? Well, I had a lot of experiences in inventing or on inventing things. I've invented several things, and what I've gotten out of it is companies have told me that they were not interested, it didn't sound like a good idea, and even having my products patent pending, it doesn't really matter, and you will find that out yourself when if you ever patent pending something or patent something. All a company has to do is alter it a tiny bit, and it becomes a different product, and they can market it even though it does the same thing. And many companies have done that with many products, and that's what happened to me. A lot of times they've told me that it's not a good idea, and all of a sudden, as you know as well as I know, many companies have companies all over the world that can produce any product that are not under the patent status that America is under. Again, it doesn't matter if they are or aren't in America or any other country. They can make your product and say, you know, and have it published to their own company as them inventing it. And you will see that if you have no money to sue them, they don't care, because you're at home with nothing and they're using your product. And so that is my experience. Another thing I don't like, and it's unfortunate that I have seen, is that there's been companies and individuals, billionaires and millionaires, and I really feel sorry for the young people that have very good inventions. And what these companies do that you have seen that they have done is make scholarships or give a certain amount of money for their inventions, whoever makes the best inventions. And what happens is that there's a group of people, marvelous, wonderful, beautiful kids that are making these wonderful inventions. And what they do is they mark and document every single product that is on display. And so they give that one individual a small amount of money, $100,000 to a billionaire or millionaire is a drop in a bucket. And so they take that product and they make billions of dollars off it. And not only do they make money off the person that they're paying, they make money off of everybody's product. And if you don't believe me, whoever's watching this video, please feel free to write to me if it's happened to you. And you will see that these billionaires have the audacity, he or she has the audacity to come on television or any sort of media stating that they have trillions of dollars worth of inventions that they have thought of or produced or achieved, that they're so excited to share with individuals. And the poor person that has achieved these inventions, you will see them and hear of them. They're sitting on their couches watching and saying, that's my idea, I developed that, this person stole it. Again, I have had these things happen to me, so I know about it. And that's why I don't wish to share my information with anyone until I'm sure it's going to be paid for. And again, I will discuss all the achievements in time and space travel that has been produced, and you will see for yourself that there has been really nothing achieved in the last 100 years. And the wonderful thing that you will see is that these spokesmen for these inventions and things that they're doing in time and space, they're so well versed in vocabulary that they say every single thing that they're going to do or they've thought about or there's a possibility or near in the future. We see all these things that they will talk about. A possibility, any possibility can happen. But they don't even have an inkling of information of what they're talking about. But I applaud them because of how they represent their product or their mindset of what they want to do and what they can do. I applaud them from all the millions and billions of dollars they have gotten funded for their research. And as you will see in my other videos, how far and how much they have achieved. And the thing is when you break it down, you're going to be really awestruck at when it comes to the realization of what they said they have achieved and what they actually have achieved. And I'm not saying that they have not achieved some great things, but in space travel, time travel, really, they have achieved absolutely nothing. I want to thank everyone that is viewing this video, and please feel free to participate in giving me your input on it. I really appreciate that if you do that. I want this to be a dialogue back and forth between you and me. Again, please share this with everybody that you know. Feel free to, like I says, they may not agree with it, they may disagree with it, they may not agree with it, whatever it is. I would always love to view their opinions. So again, I like this to be an open conversation between the audience and myself. All the information is below, my email, my website, and you can see where I got some of my information from. So again, please feel free to get back to me, and I look forward to the next video answering your questions or your concerns.